Bonjour classe, c'est moi, madame. Je suis chez moi. Vocabulaire, classe répétée. Un coupe-vent, une canne à pêche, une tente, une glacière, un vélo tout-terrain, un VTT, des chaussures de randonnée, un masque de plongée, un tuba, des palmes, des jumelles, des gants, un porte-monnaie, un sac à main, un portefeuille, une ceinture, un parapluie, un collier, une chaîne, une bague, une montre, des boucles d'oreilles, un bracelet, un surf-volant, un skateboard, une planche de surf, un maillot de bain, un or, un argent, un diamant, cher. Voilà, très bien, excellente classe. Ouvrez vos cahiers de vocabulaire et grammaire à la page 79. You guys did a great job on this, from what I could see. Here are your answers. You have le rayon maroquinerie, that's your leather or accessories department. Rayon bijouterie, jewelry department. Or rayon sport et plein air, your outdoors department. Take a look at your answers. BCA, BAC. Down below, it may be easier for you to look at the answers at the bottom or look at them as they are in the puzzle. You can pause that as you like, and then rejoin us whenever you're done going over your answers. Okay, now class, I'm going to introduce to you the next to the last grammar concept of the year. And it involves verbs. First of all, it involves the verb avoir and also ER verbs. Let's take a look at avoir. Everybody knows that avoir, it's a verb, it's irregular, it means to have. Super. So, what's going to go here? Say it. Oui, j'ai. Then what? Oui. Then what? And super, plural side. Now what? Then what? And then what? Lastly, francement. Très bien. So it's j'ai, tu, as, il a, elle a. Say it with me. On a. Nous avons, vous avez, il et elle, ont. Très bien. This is a very important verb in the French language. You're going to be using it a million times in your future French years. All right. Have we reviewed avoir? It's a verb. It's irregular. It means to have. Okay. So let's set that aside for a minute. And let's talk a little bit about ER verbs. You guys have papier jaune, most of you. And these are your regular ER verbs that you learned last year in 7th grade. And then we added porter, to carry or to wear onto it. And then we have as well CER verbs. And that what makes them different is the CD under the letter C to make it soft before you add the ONS. GER verbs with an E in front of the ONS to make it a soft j sound. And then that's not all. We have ER verbs with accent changes. The first cluster, those that start with aigu, 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 aigu. The second one is going to flip to a grave inside the boot. And then in the nu and the vous form, stay like the infinitive, aigu, aigu. Down here, ER verbs with accent changes, if they start off with nothing, in the boot, that's where the change occurs. You're going to add a grave, 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 and then like in the nu and the vous form, stay like the infinitives. And I think that's it with our ER verbs. So we have a lot of them. What we're going to be learning today involves our beautiful ER verbs, but it's going to be actually even easier because you don't even have to worry about endings or anything like that. Let's see what you remember. What's discuter? Say it if you know it. To chat, écouter. To listen to, changer. To change. How about porter? To carry or to wear. Good. Lancer. To throw. Emmener. As opposed to emmener. Remember these two? Emmener, 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 emmener. Emmener. To bring someone along. Emmener. To take somebody along with you. How about encourager? Right. To encourage. Commencer. To begin. La journée peut commencer. Espérer. Good. To hope. Préférer. To prefer. Lever. Levez-vous. To raise. Travailler. To work. All right. So those are just a handful of all the different ones. And we know that the endings are, as Madame Beckman taught us all those many months ago, they are, say it with me, E, E, S, E, O, N, S, E, Z, and E, N, T. Voila. Most of the time, those are what the endings are, unless you have a C, say the O-N-S, or an E-O-N-S, but that's okay. Okay, so, and then do you remember the negative? Let's just review while we're here. Je mange. I've conjugated the verb manger that ends in the ER. I took off the ER and I added the ending that goes with je, and it is E. Je mange, I eat. To make it negative, use the Oreo cookie strategy. Here's your creamy vanilla center. And then you put ne in front of it, pas behind it, wafer, put it all together, and you have je ne mange pas, and that's I'm not eating or I don't eat. All right, that's old stuff. Now we're going to talk about some new stuff. And let's see, follow along with me here. Just made some notes ahead of time. We already know so far the present tense. The present tense equals what is happening now, such as je lance la balle. That means I'm throwing the ball. Hey, look at me, I'm throwing the ball. That's in the present tense happening now. Tu manges une tartine. What's that mean? Good. You're eating butt jam bread. Nous étudions le français. What's that? We study French. And ils préfèrent les maths. What's that? Good. They prefer math. All of these verbs are in the present tense. Before the crisis, the health crisis, we learned a little bit about how to say I'm going to do something using aller, and I just did something using venir. But what we're going to learn today is a little bit different. It's actually easier. All right, so we are going to be learning the past tense today. The past tense, not what just happened a few minutes ago, but what has happened in the past. It can be 5 minutes ago. It can be 20 years ago. It's anything in the past. It's what has already happened. In French, the past tense is known as le passé composé. Now would be a good time for you guys to ouvrez vos cahiers et écrire les notes and start writing some notes. You don't have to turn these in or take pictures of them, but this is important stuff, and you will need to have it handy because they're going to start right off with that next year when you go on to French 2, most of you. Le passé composé means the past compound, or in other words, the compound past. Meaning we're going to be having, compound means more than one, we're going to be having more than one word to make up this tense. And then we're going to be looking at le passé composé. That's the compound past, the passé composé of ER verbs only. We've looked at RE verbs, IR verbs, irregular verbs, but today we're just going to look at the past tense of ER verbs. They're different for ER verbs, IR verbs, and RE verbs, and irregular verbs. Wouldn't you know? But the passé composé of ER verbs, it's the easiest. When one conjugates a verb in the passé composé, you have to follow the formula. So let's all write formula. The formula is you need the subject, such as tu, il, whatever it is, le professeur, les élèves, plus a conjugated form of avoir, what is that? Well, if I can find where I wrote that down. Oh, that would be this. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Plus the past participle. P-A-R-T-I-C-I, sorry, P-L-E, past participle. A past participle is in English, ate, did, wanted, studied. In English, it tends to have an ed on the end, but in French, it doesn't have an ed. It has something different, but it's similar. So this is your secret formula. You need your subject, you need your conjugated form of avoir, and you need a past participle. Let me show you how it's done. Let's take a little baby sentence in the present tense. Present tense. Je lance la balle. Period. I'm throwing the ball. Just what we looked at up here. Okay, using the same ones. Je lance la balle. Let's put it in the past tense, in the passé composé. So first of all, we need our subject. Je. Then we need the conjugated form of avoir. So what's the conjugated form of avoir that goes with je? Et. So let's make it, instead of je, let's make it j'ai. So we did this. We did this. Now we need the past participle. The past participle, here's the meat and potatoes here. You're going to go to lance, which is from the verb lancer. Okay, lancer is to throw, right there. It's an ER verb. What we're going to do, get rid of the R and put, what kind of an accent is that? Right, it's an aigu. J'ai lancé la balle equals I threw the ball. And voila, that's all you do. You could also say, I have thrown the ball. I have thrown. See how I did that? I think the hardest part is knowing what the infinitive is, so you can take off the R and add an aigu, but it's easy. Okay, let's take our second sentence. Tu manges une tartine. You are eating a butt jam bread. You ate a butt jam bread. Let's put it in the passé composé. First step in our formula is we need a subject, and it is tu. Next, in our secret formula, we need a conjugated form of avoir. And what is it? Tu. Correct. Tu as. And now we need the past participle. So we take our main verb here, eat. And we're going to make it ate. So mange is from the verb manger. We're going to get rid of the R and put an aigu on the end. Tu as mangé une tartine equals you ate the butt jam bread. Or you can also say, let's put this down, have eaten. That makes more sense. You have eaten. So the manger, the past participle, is the eaten part. The lancer, with the aigu on the end, is the threw part, or have thrown. Let's try a third sentence. Nous étudions le français. We are studying French. We're going to put it in the passé composé. All right, what's our subject? Nous. Now we need a conjugated form of avoir. J'ai, as, il a, elle a. Nous avons. Okay, now we're going to go back up to our formula. Now we need a past participle. Étudiant is from the verb étudier. E-T-U-D-I-E-R. So we're going to get rid of the R, put an aigu. Nous avons étudié le français. Equals, we studied French, or we have studied French. I apologize for the sloppiness of this, but I'm doing the best I can. Here we go. Last one. Ils préfèrent les maths. They prefer math. And then maybe yesterday, they also preferred math. Let's put ils préfèrent in the passé composé. First, we need our subject, il. Now we need our conjugated form of avoir. J'ai, ai, tu, as, il a, elle a. Nous avons, vous avez, il et elle, ont, ils ont. Now we need préfère. We need to go back to the infinitive. E-F-E-R-E-R. So here's préféré. See how the second accent goes back to where it started. And then we're going to get rid of the R and put an aigu. So check this out. Aigu, aigu, aigu. Ils ont préféré les maths. Equals, they preferred math. You can also say they have preferred math. That's all you do. If I were you, next few days, have your papier jaune handy because you might need to refer to them to be able to identify the verb in its infinitive form. One more thing in the negative. I'm going to write this down here where I have more room. In the negative, let's say you have she spoke. Elle a parlé. Here you have your subject, conjugated form of avoir, and the past participle parler. Elle a parlé, she spoke. To make that negative, using the Oreo cookie strategy, we already know you can't have double stuff. It can only be old school Oreo cookies. So you have a verb here. I forgot to tell you this. This is called the helping verb. Your conjugated form of avoir is called a helping verb because it helps this one over here to put the sentence in the past tense. All right. Elle a parlé. She spoke. To make that negative, she didn't speak. The ne and the pas go around the first verb, the helping verb. So to write it out nicely, elle n'a pas parlé equals she did not speak or she has not spoken. When you have two verbs, the first one is the one that gets the ne and the pas. Okay. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. Now, your homework is going to be on the Google Doc that I've attached. And see what we're doing there. It's easy. It's like little baby steps. Where do I write that down? Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Just like being back in the classroom, huh, boys and girls? The homework is going to be like this. Baby steps. I'm taking it really slow. I'll have some sentences written in French, just like this, and all you're going to do is translate them. That's it. Have your papier jaune handy. Let's do the first one. Let's just do these together so you'll know what to do on your homework. Elles ont parlé. Subject, helping verb, past participle. Elles ont parlé. Well, we know that elles means they, feminine. And we know that parler is from the verb parler, which is somewhere right there, to speak. So let's make it in the past tense. Instead of the they speak, it's going to be they spoke. And that's what you're going to be writing, is this part. They spoke. You can also write they have spoken, if that makes better sense to you. They have spoken. Next one, j'ai regardé. Subject, helping verb, past participle. Okay, we know that the J apostrophe is I. And what did I do? We know regarder is from the verb regarder, which means to look at or to watch. Instead of I watch, which is present tense, let's put it in the past. I watched. You can also say have watched. On your worksheet, I threw a couple of these in. Here we've got the Oreo cookie strategy. Wafer, wafer, vanilla center. Tu n'as pas cherché. We know tu equals you. And then chercher means looked for or searched. Okay, you searched. Let's put it in the past. You searched. Now let's make it yet negative. You didn't. You didn't search. Or you could say you have not searched. Okay? So all you're doing is just translating. That's all you're doing today. I need you to get really good at this. Okay. 10 sentences. And whenever you're done, so you're going to be writing your answers on the Google Doc and then just turn it in. And I am going to be checking it for accuracy, so please do not write gibberish. Okay. Merci, classe. Au revoir. À tout à l'heure. Ciao.